Shocking video from Boston that happened this afternoon. That is concrete. You see, they're falling from the roof of the Prudential Tunnel, nearly striking cars and causing significant travel delays on this Friday afternoon.
Shocking, startling, frightening video for any driver there. This was in the Prudential Tunnel going westbound. We have team coverage tonight on what happened and how it's impacting traffic, starting with NBC 10's Malcolm Johnson live near that tunnel. Malcolm, what are you seeing tonight?
Hey, good evening, Matt. Well, right now we are about to take you inside of our live and drive vehicle as we are going on I-90 westbound, the Mass Pike, where all of this took place in the Prudential Tunnel. And this is an incident that occurred around 1:30 this afternoon. That just being confirmed by the Mass Department of Transportation. They have confirmed that about a 4-inch piece of concrete fell here inside of the Prudential Tunnel, and it was about 5 feet long. So this is a pretty scary incident that occurred. They don't know exactly how much it weighed, but it happened over on the left side there. Take a look for yourself. This is just outside of our news van vehicle, and if you look in this direction, that's about where it took place. You see traffic is now moving at a regular pace. They plan to do more inspections later on this evening. MassDOT said that they regularly schedule these inspections throughout all of their tunnels and their bridges, and that this section in particular where the concrete fell was going to be inspected within the coming weeks, but hadn't been at this juncture. The concrete, when it fell just in front of a car. Thankfully, it didn't fall onto a vehicle, onto a windshield. Nobody was hurt. It's really an incredible feat that took place here in that nobody was injured. But you look at the traffic flow now, that is the good news in all of this, that traffic has resumed at a regular pace here and that nobody was hurt. MassDOT saying they plan to come out later on tonight when the traffic flow is much less than it is at this hour to make sure that nothing worse takes place moving forward, especially over the busy weekend. For now, we are live reporting in Boston. I'm Malcolm Johnson from the Mass Pike, NBC 10 Boston.
Yeah, Malcolm, also just good news. Nobody was hurt in this, and we do see traffic is moving at this 5 o'clock hour. We do want to turn now to our NBC 10's Michael Rosenfield, who just got an update from transportation officials. Michael, we heard this press conference live with our viewers. What are your takeaways?
Well, very lucky that there were no injuries today. This really could have been catastrophic. A very large piece of concrete fell this afternoon inside the Prudential Tunnel in downtown Boston, most of that concrete landing in front of several vehicles. And we just had a news conference right here at the Highway Administration Building where we met with top highway and DOT officials. They say they released that video today. They wanted people to see it. Of course, you can see all that concrete falling and traffic quickly coming to a stop. This was in the westbound lanes of the Pike inside the tunnel. According to state transportation officials, a section of non-structural concrete below Huntington Avenue became dislodged. They say the weather was a main factor here, that the recent freeze-thaw cycle caused the concrete to become saturated, freeze, and then delaminated, basically meaning it became loose. 2 lanes of traffic inside the tunnel were closed down as emergency inspections took place in the tunnel to identify and remove any additional loose material. The initial assessment has been completed, so all lanes of traffic are back open as we speak. Let's hear from the highway administrator who we heard from just a few minutes ago.
The dimensions were approximately about a 4-inch piece of concrete that was about somewhere around 4 to 5 feet long in total that we had to chip out. Can't tell you the exact weight of something like that, but that's certainly enough to cause some damage. The damage that was done to the vehicles did not go through anybody's windshield. My understanding it was more from them driving over it after it had landed in the roadway.
So DOT officials are assuring drivers that the tunnels are safe. Everything is now back open, but more inspections will be taking place in all of the city's tunnels overnight, just as an extra precaution. Live in Boston, Michael Rosenfield, NBC 10 Boston.
Michael, thank you. And as those investigations take place later tonight, we are working to learn more about how this collapse happened and what is being done to prevent anything like this from happening again. Be sure to stay with NBC 10 Boston on air and online. We'll bring you any breaking developments as soon as we learn them.